Hi everybody, Wagger here. Please like the channel and subscribe. Okay, what we're going to do is a Waterfed brush test today, see which is the best one. I've just got a variety of brushes. I'm not knocking any manufacturers, but there are a few things, design faults as far as I'm concerned, that you might not be aware of. And what we're going to do is perhaps a unique test. I don't know if anyone's ever done this before, but what I've done, I've got an open door here with a piece of glass in the middle. And what we're going to do is film through the glass. I'm going to press each brush in turn onto the glass and see which comes out the best. Okay, I'm going to turn the camera around now and have a look. These are the brushes, by the way. I've got a pile of them here. Okay, I've got a couple of Constructor brushes from Reach It. Okay, a couple of gardener brushes, Extreme. I've got some X-Line brushes, Evo Light ones, and I've got one Unger and Light brush as well. We'll see what various problems or benefits to each one are. So starting off with the Constructor brush. Okay, let's move this round to the glass here. Okay, hope there's not too much reflection, but what I like about the Constructor brush is this rinse bar on the top here, mainly. Okay, there you go, it's in shot. Now if you put it on the glass, see how that collapses there? That's better, I can see now. Now it doesn't take that much effort to get all the bristles in contact with the glass, and that's mainly the actual bristle tips you can actually see on the glass there. The very central one is very hard. It takes a lot of pressure to get that in contact with the glass, but sometimes I can to get bird mess off with. Okay, so this has a curved end on each side. Okay, I know this is a dry test and the bristles tend to perform better when they're wet, but that one is pretty well set up. Now I've got another Constructor brush here, and one of the problems, if you get too short a length of bristle here and the longer ones on each side, is that when you press it on the glass, these bristles here can lift off quite often. And that's what I've found with this particular brush. I've got it the right way round. Okay, if I press it there, now I'm pressing about the same as the other brush. It works fine, but quite often these white central ones will actually lift off the glass, and they'll just get the tips there unless you press consistently hard with this one. Okay, that's one of the problems with that. Moving on to Gardener's Extreme. Now you can see the bristles here are actually curved. This is meant to be a sill brush, okay, and these bristles here will contact each sill with the domestic window cleaning, and you've got a dual trim here. Now unfortunately, because of the curve, what will often happen with this brush, if I get it the right way around, is not all the bristles are going to contact the glass. You have to press it quite hard, and then some of them will begin to angle too greatly and you get sort of a smear effect. It doesn't take that much pressure, but you can see that the sill brush ones under there, yeah, it's not bad. It's just that they form like a little tiny line around the brush instead of like some of the other brushes. You've got more of an area on the glass. And I think that's one of the problems with this particular design. It doesn't take that much effort to get to the dual trim in the centre though. So that's pretty good if you're doing maintenance cleans, domestic, but it's definitely not my favourite there. I think rather than have the bristles curved, I do think that it's best flat. That's in my opinion. I've got another Gardener's Extreme where I do have the flat conventional bristles with the dual trim here. Now if I press on that now, you can see what I mean. There's more tips in contact with the glass. It takes quite a lot of effort to get the dual trim black bristles in the centre onto the glass, but unless you've got bird poo or something like that, that's not absolutely necessary. There's quite a lot of contact area of the bristles of this brush on the glass. That's pretty good, I like that. Moving on to X-Line. Now this one, again, conventional. This feels extremely light. It's dual trim again. This is a flocked version. Okay, if I slap that on the glass, okay. Now I like this straight away. A lot of people have mentioned that it doesn't take that much effort to actually get these black bristles in contact with the glass as well. And I think with most domestic window cleaning, you're going to have that row of black bristles in contact with the glass quite a lot of the time actually, which is a good thing. It's not too bouncy, bristles are not too long, and it seems to have very, very good coverage, this particular brush. That so far is my favourite. It's a flocked brush. Okay, moving on to another brush from X-Line. Here we go. This is a non-flocked one. It's basically the same thing. The only thing is I added a row of bristles here to use as a sill brush, and that's really all a brush needs, just one row of bristles like this on the bottom. What X-Line have actually done is they've changed the profile. I'll show you what I mean from this Unger brush. It looks rather like this Unger brush, the profile. They've curved it like that, which has actually added quite a lot more weight, and it wasn't really necessary to do that. All X-Line really needed to do is chamfer one side and attach a row of bristles like this. That works perfectly. But anyway, how does that perform on the glass? That was incidental. Again, it's a little bit more springy, this one, and the bristles tend to splay a bit more. Very accurate splay on this brush, but I still prefer the flocked one. I really do think that's the best so far. Bristles seem just a fraction too stiff on this. People might disagree, but it's a tad springy, but very, very good. Very, very good. Got a lot of contact on the glass with that one as well. Okay, let's move on to the Unger brush now. This one I've never used with window cleaning. We only use it for the fascias because it's really a bit too heavy. Okay, and it's a rather peculiar design. It's supposed to be a sill brush, I think, but it seems to be upside down. Used the correct way, the bristles are far too long, and it's very difficult to actually get these dual trim grey bristles in contact with the glass much of the time. Used the correct way, all you're going to get, if you use it lightly, is like a swinging motion here, and you've just basically got that line of bristles in contact with the glass. They're rocking too much on this, but I think it would be brilliant with fascias, and that's what we've done. Use it on fascias, and it's fantastic. But it is too heavy really, and the bristles are too long. So there you go, there you have it. There's some of the different ways that the brushes tend to perform on the glass. I hope you could see that alright. And my favourite to come out, I wish it had a rinse bar, is the flocked X-Line, although currently I'm using the Constructor Brush, which I like a lot, which works pretty good because it's got the rinse bar on the top. Okay, X-Line have brought one out, but I wish they'd put it on the top here instead of in the centre, but I'm sure they can do that. It's an easy thing to do. So there you go. There's some talk about brushes and bristles, and that's the conclusion. So please subscribe, and thanks for watching, and job done.